Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fun Friday Ideas with me, Susan, Mama Fox, your speech language pathologist. This week has been a week, hasn't it? There may or may not have been conversations in your house that you might not have been comfortable about. Your kids may have been asking questions, or you may have wanted to bring up different subjects. I thought long and hard about whether or not to tackle this during Fun Friday Ideas, whether we should keep it light and fun and ignore what's going on, or if we should tackle it head on. And I decided that rather than continue to sweep things under the rug, continue to ignore that they're not there, that it's important for me to use my platform, as small as it might be, to facilitate whatever change and whatever progress. So today's activities are going to focus on diversity. Diversity, it seems to be one of those topics that either is embraced when we're talking to our children, or it's something that we think if we ignore it, if we deny that it exists, that it won't come up, that drawing attention to somebody's differences is in some way a negative thing. From my perspective, both personally and professionally, as humans, we fear and we are skeptical of things that are different than what we're used to seeing. We are apprehensive to things that don't fit a mold that we have in our head. The best ways to expand those molds and to broaden those ideas is to expose ourselves and to expose our children to a variety of things. No different with people. If we don't acknowledge that we're all the same and different at the same time, then of course our children are going to grow up in this turmoil and this confusion, and it's just going to feed into what's going on these days and what we're dealing with now. So it's important as parents and as caregivers and as professionals that rather than turn a blind eye and turn our heads away from differences, that we embrace them, we talk about them, we share them, we view them for whatever they might be, not right, wrong, good, or bad, but for the fact that they're there. I've been fortunate where I feel as though I was raised to embrace differences, to not only embrace them, but to seek them out and to be curious about that which is not like me and people who are not like me and things that are different than what I'm used to. I seek those out. And I feel like that curiosity is something that's critical to foster in our children. Diversity is a beautiful thing. It's something that gives us a different perspective on the same picture, the same world. We all see it through a different lens, and I think it's important that we start to recognize that, and I think that's the first step to creating equality that is very much deserved and very much needed in our society and in our system and in our world. So let me share the activities with you. The first one is for our more verbal kids that are kind of talking about the same and differences and working in that gray area thinking, and that we really want to pull out that concept from them. So I have a PDF that I've made and put up on my website for you. And what it is, it's a little drawing and writing activity. So the first box up here, your child picks a friend and draws them with their friend. In the bottom two boxes, we're going to write or draw. You could even have them draw on a separate piece of paper if writing is too challenging. Reasons why your child and this friend are the same. And then you can write over here reasons why your child and this friend are different. It's important that we not only recognize how we are the same, but we need to recognize how we're different too. Acknowledging differences is what's going to give us a better perspective of where other people are coming from and being able to put ourselves in their shoes. Another spin you can do on this is, instead of picking a friend, is have your child pick someone from history, someone who is outside of their usual circle of historical figures or athletes, celebrities, someone that they haven't heard of before. So you're going to need to do some Googling. You're going to need to do some guided exploration with this to find somebody who has made an impact, either past, present, and again, somebody who is outside of your child's culture and outside of your child's circle of norms. The other activity for our children who are not quite at that stage, the other activity I have is more of a sensory-based activity where we're going to get some painting done. I chose a canvas from a project that didn't go so well because if you know how it is working with me, I feel as though you are good enough and you don't need to go out and buy fancy things and buy all these crazy craft ideas. See what you have around your house that you can use as a canvas. Maybe it's an old piece of art that you're not using anymore on the wall. Maybe it's a piece of cardboard from an Amazon shipment. Maybe it's something that's not even flat. You don't have to use a flat object for this. Maybe it can be a vase that you got for Mother's Day and now we want to repurpose it with some designs on it. So the project that I have planned is it is going to need a little bit of paint, so you may or may not have this part. So I picked different paints of different variations of skin tones, kind of. So I have really dark black, I have brown, I have peach, and I have white. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix them together and paint them on our hands and do some handprints on here in order to, again, talk about the differences in our skin tones and the differences that we all have and the different experiences that we have because of where we are and who we are and the way that shapes us into the beautiful people that we are. Beautiful people that sometimes make mistakes, and that's okay. We are all beautiful. We are all amazing, and we are all capable of great things, including that made a great sound, including great change. So I have my paints. I'm going to go ahead and mix them together. And we'll go ahead and get them going good. All right, and go ahead and just paint your hand or paint your child's hand. This is where that sensory experience comes in because not many kids are going to like this. I should have taken my rings off, but that's okay. All right, so we have our hand all nice and painted, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the canvas. And again, let your child discover how they want to do this and how many handprints they want to put on and how they want to paint each handprint. Again, the conversation here is about how there's no right, wrong, good, or bad with the color of our hands. It's that we can all come together and form a wonderful community, a wonderful rainbow community of different colors, different beliefs, different backgrounds, different ideas, different values. And that's what makes it beautiful with where we are. If I was using more paint, I'd get better handprints. I'd get fuller handprints. But again, we can go around and we can just stamp them around. You could make them look like they're doing different, this part might be hot. I don't know how I could do that, but you could possibly, if your friends are really into getting paint all over their hands, get it on the other side too and see if you can do some different sign language symbols as well. Again, try different designs. You could do a circle of hands. You could make it look like they're shaking hands, giving high fives. There's no right, wrong, good, or bad about this. It's all about the discussion that it's going to bring about the rainbow of people that we have here in the United States. All right, guys, I'd love to see the different projects that you're coming up with, whether it's comparing and contrasting your friends, historical figures, or some wonderful handprint designs. I bet your kids can do a lot better than mine. Anyway, I'll see you guys again next week, and stay well, stay safe, stay sane. All right, guys, take care.